Everybody, Doug Jenkins live from the Findlay Hancock County Chamber of Commerce. We started doing this last week. I'm really excited to help bring you news from our Chamber of Commerce members here live on Facebook and LinkedIn and YouTube whenever they submit press releases to us. One of the most recent releases we received was from from Hancock County Job and Family Services, Randy Galbraith, joining us today. Randy, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks, Doug, for having me on here.
So you have a big event coming up a week from today, this having to do with Child Abuse Awareness Month going on at the Country Club. Tell us what's happening.
On April 18th at 11:30, we're going to have a luncheon at the Findlay Country Club to celebrate Child Abuse Awareness Month. Not something you nearly want to celebrate, but certainly we want to get the word out. We want to bring focus onto this issue. So we'll have a luncheon there. We'll have a number of speakers, and the theme of April is getting the public involved in any way that they can get involved with children, so that everyone plays a role in reducing the incidence of child abuse, whether it be something as simple as volunteering at school or volunteering in a reading program, or as complicated and in-depth as being a foster parent, anything in between. So those are the topics that we'll have on discussion. We'll have ways that people can get involved, and we're just hoping to raise awareness and raise participation in the community.
I think the important takeaway from that is there is a variety of different ways that people can help out. Sometimes people are like, "Oh, I don't have time," and I certainly don't have the resources or whatever maybe to be a foster parent. That's not necessarily what you're asking. You're asking for help every step of the way, and some of the ways you can do that just by helping in schools, coaching even is helping there.
Absolutely. Coaching is one of those ways that sort of a middle ground between being a foster parent and volunteering a few hours a month. Like I said, anything from the Feed a Child program at the YMCA, it's helping out maybe once a week to distribute food to kids. The Ohio food banks and the food bank systems helping to deliver food there. Anything up to including volunteering to be a court-appointed special advocate with the CASA program here in Hancock County. Like I said, that's a little more in depth, a little more intense, but those volunteers are desperately needed in the system. Just anything people can do to get their eyeballs on kids.
Well, I know it's a big month for you in this regard. We're pretty much right across the street from the courthouse where you are. We see the pinwheels daily. Yeah, just remind people what those pinwheels symbolize.
Certainly. So the pinwheels you'll see on the fence at the courthouse represent the 100 children that were adjudicated by Hancock County Juvenile Court to be abused, neglected, or dependent in the calendar year 2022. So that is, as you see on the fence, that's a major problem in our community and one we're hoping to alleviate.
Well, the great news is that we have a community that does like to get involved and does like to help out, and certainly the business community no different there. So if anybody who watches this video sees, what are some of if they want to find out more about either the event coming up on the 18th or just want to get some more information on how they can help out, what's the best way to do that?
There's a number of ways you can get in contact with us. You can get in contact with us through the Center for Safe and Healthy Children. You can get in contact with us through United Way of Hancock County. You can get in contact with us through Open Arms, and you can get in contact with us through Department of Job and Family Services. That's a partnership that's going on between our agencies to bring this event and awareness to Hancock County. All of us have the information.
Very good. Well, Randy, we appreciate you joining us. Thank you for sharing your news with us here at the Chamber so that we can share it with the community as well. And best of luck with the event. Thanks for joining us once again.
Thank you, Doug.
And that'll do it for this edition of Member News. Of course, if you are a Chamber of Commerce member and you have a news release you want to send in, you can do that through the Member Hub. And when you do that, we'll get it. We'll schedule a time to talk about it on Facebook and LinkedIn so people can learn more about what's happening with your business or organization, just like we did with Randy today. Until next time, I'm Doug Jenkins. Have a great week, everybody.